Welcome to Excel Speedrun episode 11. By the end of this video, we will learn what is freezing panes and separating text to columns. Let us learn what is freezing panes. In many functions like spreadsheet applications, you can freeze the panes, rows and columns so that the display always stays frozen as you navigate the spreadsheet. When you scroll vertically or horizontally through the spreadsheet, everything will get scrolled except the things you have frozen. Frozen panes is especially useful if your Excel spreadsheet is very large. Now let us learn how to add the freeze panes. Under the View tab, we get freeze first column, freeze first row, freeze the selected cells, and unfreeze the cell. Let us see how does this work. Here we are now in Excel. You can see this is a spreadsheet and a large one at that too. So now let us see. Go in the View tab. Under that you get a freeze pane section. It freezes a portion of sheet to keep it visible while you scroll through rest of the sheet. This is useful for checking out data in other parts of your worksheet without losing your headers or labels. Now click on the freeze panes. You get the option freeze panes, freeze top row, and freeze first column. Let us learn the first freeze the top row. You can see a dark line gets appeared between K1 and K2. I don't know if you can see in this video, but once you try it in your Excel sheet, it will be easily visible to you as it is distinct from others. Now, if you scroll down, you can see the row 1 is still. So A1, C1, D1, E, F, G and H will always be same no matter how much you scroll down. This is freezing the first one. Next is unfreeze the panes. Once you unfreeze the panes, this function will no longer be available. Then we get freeze first column. So the first column, which consists of customers, will get frozen. So as you can see, beside the customer is now region, items, then we have quantity, price, total amount. This is the use of freezing the columns. Now let's unfreeze the pane. Now let us learn how do we add freeze panes. So I want the first row and the first column to remain frozen. So we select the cell which is directly adjacent to the rows you want to freeze. So if I want to freeze the row 1, I should get it in row 2. If I want to freeze A, I should get it in B, or in that case I have hidden one row, so I should get in C. Now let us click on freeze panes and you can see the line will appear here and here. So when you scroll this down, you can see customer, date, region, item, quantity, price and total amount will stay the same, whereas once you move sideways, the customer name will stay same. Last process have same to unfreeze the panes. This is all we should learn about freezing and unfreezing the panes. Moving on, we are going to learn about data tab in ribbon. We are going to learn text to columns. If you have lot of information in a text and you want to convert it into columns, you can use the option text to columns. Under the text to columns, we have delimited. Delimited means those who have a specific symbol between them, such as tab, semicolon, comma, space, or others. And the next we have is fixed width, where you select a line where we want to cut. Now let us see how does this work in Excel. You can see here in the Excel, as you can see here in the Excel sheet, you have surname. So what I want to do is separate the names and the surnames separately. For that, what should we do? Select the cell range, go to the data tab and click on text to columns under the data tools. Here you get the text to column wizard. So choose the type of file that best describes your data. It is delimited or fixed width. Delimited. The characters such as commas or tabs are separating each field, whereas fixed widths are aligned in commons with spaces between each field. Let us see what is delimited. We go here and click on the next button. So we want to separate it using the space bar. So here we select the space bar. You can see under the data preview what we are going to use. For example, if I use tab, this would be in the same row. If I use semicolon, there will be no change. But if I use the space, it will get broken at the point where there is space. And under others, we can add whatever you want. Like if I add I, this will be converted. But if I add J, it will be converted like this. We want to treat it simple and add only using space. So we click on space and then click on next. You want this in general format. As you can see, you can either add it in general, text, date, and etc. I want to keep in general and I click on finish. Okay, so you can see the name and the surname gets differentiated, like Raymond Young, Helen Dean, Shirley Chanson. So this is how you can separate. You have other methods of separating, such as, let us learn using other methods. Like I want to separate the row of these two words. I click here and flash fill. Now I want to click the selected cells, go to text and columns under the fixed width, then you show where you want the line and then click on the next. To create a break line, click on the desired position. To delete the break line, you need to double click on the position, and to move the break line, click and drag it. We want our break line between A, D and more. So we click here and select next. As you can see, under the first we get the first letter and under the second we get the second letter. We click on finish. As you can see, this gets separated even with any delimited columns there to provide help. This is the difference between delimiting and fixed width. That's it. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out our different videos too. Till then, bye.